Hello, everyone, and welcome to the podcast for Karma Police Part 2. Great episode tonight. Very emotional performance from Annie Clark. I loved her in this episode. I also loved the incorporation of Bianca and also Drew in the episode. Bianca is obviously a very tough person, and we know her history with gangs and trying to defend herself in the past. So the way they were able to bring in Bianca, to help Fiona was just great. The three of them, I enjoy seeing them together a lot, and I loved that scene. We had a great scene with Imogen and Fiona, a few great ones with the two of them. She gave Fiona that little dog thing, which is really cute. The ending of that plot as well. Imogen letting Fiona know that her parents said it's okay to stay with her. Just a great scene and just a lot of great stuff with Annie Clark and the character of Fiona in this episode. But Fiona announces that she wants to be alone. She's trying to be independent, and that's great character development for her as well. I'm wondering if anything else is going to come from this storyline. I kind of hope that it would, drag on a little further. I mean, potentially there is stuff they can do still with her missing, laptop and camera and whatnot. They could have, a guy eventually try and come back and, whatever to her. But I do like the way the storyline was handled. Fiona getting a gun was a nice change of pace and interesting. I loved her practicing the shooting, of course, trying to get one legally and then illegally. It's very different than the sort of things relating to guns that we've seen before on Degrassi. And like I've said the past couple weeks, Degrassi has survived for so long because of how they are able to take storylines that we've seen before, but flip them and turn them into a unique experience for people who have watched, for a long time and they've already seen it, but they do it differently. So all in all, the Fiona story plot was great. I loved it, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what is in store for her character, in the rest of his season and in the future. Zig's performance of Zuby Zoo, was funny. It was awkward, hilarious. I mean, the song was popular from Mad Men last year. For those who don't know, a character on the show did it, and then it kind of went viral, and they released it on iTunes, and it was a really big, deal. And it seems like a lot lately, Degrassi loves to have its characters sing, performances and make fun of themselves. We had Drew in the Vegas episode, and, a bunch of other people. It's hard to watch, but it makes for great television, and, it was funny, it was interesting, and the whole subtitles playing while Zig was completely, unaware of what he was talking about just made for, a great scene. And obviously he felt really bad for, doing that and for everything. I like the friendship rebuilding, or at least the process of rebuilding, with Zig, Maya, Tori, and Tristan. It seemed like Tristan was still kind of upset, which is good. It's realistic because, I was like, well, I don't really think they're all going to become best friends, right away now just because Zig, is doing the right thing. So there's still some tension between them, which adds to it being realistic, but you can see the door is kind of open for, redemption, and I'm sure by the end of this season, they will come around at least, a bit. The Dallas and Allie storyline, is pretty good as well. Allie found out that Dallas had a kid, of course. Um, Dallas really wants to be a better person, and it's great to see. He's really trying to get his kid back, put his life on the right track, be with Allie. Allie, was accepting. She understood, everything wasn't perfect with them, but, they're working through it and whatnot. And, I think the episode had just three great plots. There was a lot of interesting things. There was a lot of great, I think, development in a lot of the characters. Just overall a very decent episode, and, I can't wait to see just what these final 4 episodes of the season have in store for us. And the preview for next week looks, I mean, maybe okay. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about it. We have Claire and Drew running for president, and of course, this is something that has been done multiple times in Degrassi, so if they'll be able to pull off this plot by making it interesting, it will be, exciting to see. For me, a lot of the class election plots recently haven't really been my favorite, so I don't have high hopes for it. But Degrassi has been doing good lately in, changing things up and making it current and fun and interesting. So, you never know. We'll see what happens. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening, and I will talk to you all next week.